For this problem, it says that you are given these spot rates and you enter into a 5-year interest rate swap with the notional amount of 100,000 to pay a fixed rate and to receive a floating rate based on 1-year LIBOR rates. If the swap has annual payments, what is the fixed rate you should pay? Okay, well, fixed rate. Well, what is a fixed rate? A fixed rate is usually denoted as R, right? Fixed R is known as the fixed rate or the swap rate. So whenever this problem is asking for R, fixed rate, or swap rate, it all means the same thing. That's for one. Two, they give us a bunch of spot rates, and they also mentioned the concept of floating rates. So, and we're dealing with interest rate swaps, right? So with interest rate swaps, there is always one side to the equation where it deals with fixed rates, and the other side of the equation that deals with floating rates. And in this case, we are given a notional amount, which says a lot about what the type of equation that we're working with, right? Well, to give a little background, if we weren't given a notional amount or of 100,000 or like a level amount, and all payments were different or not level, the equation that we would work with would be x1 r 1 plus S1, which will denote the first spot rate, plus X2R 1 plus the second spot rate, plus X3R, etc. It's just based on how long it would go for, right? It could go on to spot rate 5 over here, and it would just end there. There's no repeating the last segment, right? And we'd set it equal to x1, the floating rate of from 1 to 2, 0 to 1, sorry, 0 to 1. Again, put the spot rate, discount by spot rate, plus x2 from 1 to 2, and then 1 plus the second spot rate, and so on, and then the third one, right? So this would be the type of equation that we would use for a non-level interest swap rate. But let's I'm going to erase this. But for a level notional amount interest rate swap, we would actually have to do something different, and it's solely just based on finding the R or fixed rate or swap rate, right? So the equation would be R over 1 plus S1 plus R 1 plus S to the 2 squared, and it goes on until there is one last ratio that applies to the R, but we would have to repeat it by R plus 1, and then we'd set the whole thing equal to 1. So this is the equation that we're working with, and if you didn't get what I said in this area, I'll explain it to you more later. So now they're giving us all these spot rates, right? So now based on what we're working with, and we're just using this equation, right? We're gonna do R, right, over the first spot rate, right, 1.04 plus R over 1.045 squared plus R over 1.0525 cubed plus R over over 1.0625, right? Remember, they said 5 years for using all of these, plus R over 1.075 to the fifth. Now R, I just applied, so 1 over 1.075 to the 5. This is the segment, right? It has to be applied to R, which I just did here, and then it has to be applied to 1, which means that we repeated the last one more time. And then again, the equation says we have to set this whole equation equal to 1, and from there we solve to find R, right? So yes, R, fixed rate, swap rate, they all mean the same things. So now, so I'm going to take my calculator. I'm going to first do 1 over 1.04 and get 0.96. I'm just going to write out all the decimals just for complete accuracy. This one is 1 over 0.91. Remember, I'm doing all of the R's first, okay? So you do 1 over 1.0525 into the 3, get 0.8576. Right? Now this one, gonna get 0.78. One divided by 1.075 to the 5 and get 0.69658632, and it's going to repeat again for this, right? It's going to apply to this, right? But first I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to add up all of the R's, right? So I'm going to add all of these 5. I'm going to do 9.96153846. Yep, I'm including all the numbers, plus 0.91572991 plus 0.85769 6596 plus 0.784664,935 plus 0.696558632. Yeah, so I'm going to get 4.216 R, right, plus this again, this, and then equal 1. Now we can get R to it by itself. Let me first charge. So now I'm going to get R by itself. So I'm going to move this to the other side. I'm going to do 1 minus 0.696558632. Then I'm going to divide it by this amount to get R by itself. Divide by 4.2161888 576. And I'm going to find that R is going to equal to 0.0719705, which will make 7.20% as the answer. Fixed rate, which means R, which also means swap.